anti-begging legislation in India, an analysis.
First of all, the act of begging is a crime in 20 states and 2 union territories of India. It is treated as cognizable and non-bailable offence. Currently, there is no central law on begging and destitution, and most states have adopted the Bombay Prevention of Begging Act 1959. The definition of begging as per anti-begging law is soliciting or receiving money or clothes or other things usually given to beggar in a public place, whether or not by singing, dancing, fortune telling, performing or offering any article for sale, or by entering or any private premises, or exposing or exhibiting with the object, or wound, injury, deformity of diseases, whether of a human being or animal, having no visible means of subsistence and wandering about or remaining in any public place, allowing oneself to be used as an exhibit for the purpose. Next is social attitude towards beggars. Beggars are not treated well in the society. There is a negative attitude towards beggars because they are poor and lazy people rely on others' sympathy. There are very few persons in the society those treat beggars with compassion and sympathy. They are treated as drug trafficker and child lifter, etc. There are many instances in which the states have shown negative attitude towards beggars and taken special drive to punish the beggars. It is believed that beggars are obstacle to tourism and a scare on highly developed cities. The next is Bombay Prevention of Begging Act 1959. It aims is to remove beggars from their current illegal professions so that they may be detained, trained and eventually employed elsewhere. The Bombay Prevention of Begging Act 1959 criminalizes begging. Beggars may be arrested without warrant. They can be sentenced to jail without trial or may be sent to shelter homes certified institution. The punishment tenure for beggary ranges from 3 to 10 years in jail. Court may order detention of person wholly dependent on beggar. Penalty for employing or causing persons to beg or using them for purpose of begging. As per the Act, if any beggar detained in a certified institution is found to be of unsound mind or a leper, she or he can be ordered to be removed to a mental hospital or lepers asylum as per provisions of the Indian Lunacy Act 1912 and of the Lepers Act 1898. Issues with the Act are definition of begging under the Act is vague, no distinction between beggars and homeless, harsher implication on beggary without any proper rehabilitation measures. It gives discretionary powers to the police to arrest. Under Article 21 of the Constitution, every beggar or juvenile has the fundamental right to live. It is a state responsibility to provide an alternative routes of earning for them. It also criminalizes people who make earning by singing, dances, etc. It violates the right of children and contradicts the protective provision of Juvenile Justice Act. There is no rule regarding right to receive training and education. Issued with a certified institution, Act gives certified institution absolute power over detainees, including the power of punishment and the power to exact manual work. Next is the Person in Destitution Protection, Care and Rehabilitation Model Bill 2016. It covers the right of all destitute, homeless, persons with mental and physical disabilities, beggars, old and the infirm who are above the age of 18. It decriminalized beggary except for repeat offence. The bill also proposes to establish separate rehabilitation center for women and differently abled destitute. Employing a child for begging will be a crime punishable under the Juvenile Justice Act and the Indian Penal Code. States would have to establish rehabilitation centers, provide vocational training or skill development, constitute a monitoring and advisory board to coordinate implementation of the scheme and advise the government on matters related to care, protection, welfare and rehabilitation of destitute. However, this draft proposal is currently dropped by the government. Next is constitutional parameters. Being a social welfare state, the Constitution of India guarantees to all persons, without any distinction of status, the right to life and personal liberty. The Supreme Court of India has broadly interpreted Article 21 of the Constitution and held that right to life means right to life with human dignity, free from all exploitative conditions. Court has made it clear that the expression right to live in Article 21 includes right to livelihood. Article 23 of the Constitution ensures right to life free from exploitation. It is designed to mean to stop beggar and other forms of human trafficking. Article 23 Class 1 is to be read with Article 39 Class E and 39 Class F, which impose obligation on the state for protection of persons against exploitation and against moral and material abandonment. Next is the legal provisions against begging. There are some act, the Hyderabad Prevention of Begging Act 1941, the Bengal Vagrancy Act 1945, the Mysore Prevention of Beggary Act 1945, the Bombay Prevention of Beggary Act 1945, the Madras Prevention of Beggary Act 1945, the Cochin Vagrancy Act 1945, the Travancore Prohibition of Begging Act 1945, the Bhopal Prevention of Beggary Act 1947, the Bihar Prevention of Beggary Act 1952. Next is the Criminal Law Amendment Act 2013 provides for an imprisonment for a convict of beggary 10 years. 10 years. Next is the next is case dealing with anti-begging law, that is Ram Lakhan Vis state. I conclude by saying that government should also adopt a proper mechanism for identification and rehabilitation of beggars. A follow-up action should also be adopted for the beggars who are coming out of rehabilitation center to assist in any challenges faced by them in integrating with the mainstream society. Police should take action against the begging rackets. The government should engage different stakeholders such as NGOs working with street children, traffic policemen, etc. to eradicate beggary, especially child beggary. Thank you.